You're watching Travel, TV that takes you there. And now here's a look at our programme starting the day for you. In a moment, Holiday Australia takes you to the best holiday spots down under. At 12:30, climb aboard for a railway adventure across Europe. Holiday Destinations with David Jacobs at 1 provides an in-depth guide to a major resort. And at 1:30, Travelling Europe examines the best holiday locations closer to home. At 2, tour the beautiful waterways of Ireland. And at 2:30, Sir Clement Freud introduces a fun guide to food and drink from around the world. Your afternoon's viewing here on Travel, TV that takes you there.
This is Travel. Hello, I'm Cara Noble with the weather. Tomorrow will be a pretty wild day over much of Europe. Thunder is likely in central Italy and the former Yugoslavia. In the north and west there'll be lots of cloud, heavy rain, some storms and gales. Much of this activity will centre on northern Germany. In the south it'll be generally dry and sunny. Much of northern and central Europe will be cold for this time of year. It'll be hot in the south, temperatures reaching the 30s Celsius. And if you're in the southeast, then be prepared for a heat wave as much of the hot weather is currently heading your way. Now news for motorists in Britain and northern France. Delays are likely on the A3 in Surrey. That's due to a contraflow between Painshill and Esher Common. In Gwent, the second Severn crossing is underway, so there are restrictions on the M4 between junctions 23 and 22. Expect roadworks on the A1M in North Yorkshire between Sprotmore and Mar, and in Northern Ireland on the A2 in County Down. Delays are likely in both areas. Also on the M74 between junctions 2 and 4 in Strathclyde, there are lane closures. Heavy traffic is expected on the Boulevard Périphérique, A104 and A4 outside Paris, as visitors travel to and from Euro Disney. Lane closures also causing delays on the A1 at La Courneuve between Le Bourget and Saint-Denis. Delays also being caused by roadworks on the N13 at Bellengrovie between Caen and Croissontville, on the N12 at Cesson-Sévigné, and restrictions are currently in place on the N137 at Mimiac-Morvan. That's it for now, but before I sign off, here are the latest currency details, followed by the sunrise and sunset times.
Get a first-class ticket and climb aboard for a railway adventure across Europe. From the romance of Switzerland's last steam railway and the bays of the English Riviera to the Victorian engineers who conquered the Alps. If you like to travel in style, join Travel to relive the great railway journeys of Europe. Journeying through Europe's most rugged and inaccessible landscapes and rediscovering the thrill that rail travel brings. Tickets at the ready in half an hour.
Travel, TV that takes you there. Now the best holiday locations down under are yours in Holiday Australia.
Hello and welcome to Holiday. Well, this is the Good Ship Bounty, a piece of seafaring history. And later on tonight, we're going to be setting the odd sail, hauling in the odd halyard, and reliving a bit of that history. Not the mutiny, I hope. It's also an extremely good way of seeing Sydney Harbour. That later. Also in tonight's programme, Cecilia Yates explores Hinchinbrook Island by kayak.
I have a rest, I think. My arms are so sore.
David DeVos profiles Perth, past and present.
Apart from a few 19th century gems like the glorious Government House, this is a city that takes on new skylines as a snake takes a new skin, and almost as frequently.
And we visit Canberra in full flower.
Bands of colour, swirls of colour, contrasting colours. You see it in a way that appeals to your senses as well as to your emotions.
But first we go underground to Coober Pedy in South Australia's north. It used to be a hard day's drive along bone-shuddering, unsealed roads. But today, a new sealed Stuart Highway extends northwards across the desolation. And halfway between Adelaide and Alice Springs exists, or should I say did exist, a rather robust place to break the journey. Coober Pedy. Coober Pedy's reputation's always been that of a rather lawless Wild West town. A place where the opal was action and cash the transaction. But the new highways brought change, accounts, credit cards, and a different type of traveller with different expectations.
Entdeckt im Jahre 1915 von einer Gruppe von
International tourists are fascinated by Coober Pedy's opals, its wide open spaces and its unique lifestyle. A style suggested by its name.
At the same time tomorrow. Coming up after the break, railway adventures across Europe.
Jersey measures just 9 miles by 5, yet somehow squeezes in 50 miles of spectacular coastline and miles of glorious sandy beaches. Travel flew to Jersey to discover the best. Want to know what's happening with the weather? Then join me, Cara Noble, for the First Choice Weather Report on the hour here on Travel, TV that takes you there.
If you want to go to places like these, make a date with Travel and holiday destinations in half an hour.
This is Travel TV that takes you there. And now all aboard for a window seat and a first-class ticket on a trip available only to travel viewers who desire a railway adventure across Europe.
On this railway adventure, a playground of the rich and famous, crocodiles and Austrian glaciers on the Reichersbahn Railway. Hi, I'm Martin Roberts. Just up the tracks, a Benedictine monastery, a prehistoric landslide and snow galleries. Join me from Disentis to St. Moritz on railway adventures across Europe. There's one thing that they're not short of in Switzerland, it's mountains and valleys. Where would all those chocolate box covers be without them? Well, this journey takes us through a fair share of both. We depart from the city of Disentis in the canton of Graubünden and end up in glamorous St. Moritz. We hop on an aerial cable car to 7,500 feet and cross the world's second largest stone arch bridge. Cameras at the ready. The railway has 2 routes, and because this programme is such good value for money, we'll take you on both. Incredible scenery, historical landmarks, all that stuff, and a journey on a railway that has over 100 bridges and 10 miles of tunnels. And in terms of engineering, it's a real doozy. It's all aboard for Land of Alpine Adventure. This railway adventure across Switzerland takes us on the Reichersbahn Railway, also known as the RHB. It's a major railway that crosses the spectacular scenery throughout the canton or state of Graubünden in southeast Switzerland. We'll cover 2 different routes to the playground of the rich and famous.
Highlights for tomorrow night, here on Travel. At 7, it's full steam ahead with railway adventures across Europe.
We'll be travelling on almost every conceivable class of locomotive, from valiant survivors of the age of steam to the latest in diesel and electric technology.
At 7:30, an in-depth trip to a top resort in Holiday Destinations, introduced by David Jacobs. Holiday expert Anne Gregg is your guide at 8 for a tour of one of the world's super cities.
The romance of Rome, the bustle of Bangkok, the mystery of Marrakesh, the sunshine of Sydney. All this and much, much more.
At 8:30, Yorkshire daleswoman Hannah Hawkswell is the innocent abroad.
Whatever I am, wherever I am, this is me.
At 9, actor Anthony Quayle takes us on a journey through China and the heart of the dragon.
The Square of Heavenly Peace in Peking is still the center of gravity of the nation, the place to which all the visitors come.
And with writer Elizabeth Luard taking us on a tour of the rich tradition of Europe's cooking at 10, that's just part of tomorrow night's viewing for you, here on Travel, TV that takes you there. You're watching Travel, TV that takes you there.